general, especially for women and for minorities and for black people.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's what I'm looking forward to see how her players perform. Because if they kill it, it's only going to help her. It's only going to help the minorities in this business,
Fact.
and I think it's going to be big. All right, so let's get to the next time. Let's get to the NBA.
Yes, sir.
So man, so the Lakers are trying to make a quick couple of moves, trying to sign one of the Morris twins.
Yeah, they signed up.
But by doing that,
Somebody gotta go.
They're gonna waive DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
Ray, man, how you feel about that move? Is it the right move?
I think it is only because of what JaVale and Dwight has given him. And you can't have three bigs when you're trying to push the ball down the court. And it's unfortunate for Boogie. He's trying to resurrect his career from injuries the last few years. He could have really been paid. Unfortunately with the Achilles, with the Pels. But it's a good move for the Lakers. I think picking up Morris and waiving Cousins, they just had to do it. I read on Bleacher that they're going to keep Boogie around to rehab, which is giving them a solid, because they could have just really just like cast him aside. But, I mean, it's a necessary move. You can't carry three bigs and expect four bigs if you count AD to have Cousins play. Like he just wouldn't have fit in, and I don't think Cousins could really handle playing 5-10 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that he DeMarcus Cousins. Like, I was a superstar talent in this league for many years and put up 25 and 12. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a good move for the Lakers, and it's just unfortunate for Cousins, really.
Well, I think it's a good move, smart move by the Lakers actually, because Cousins ain't giving them nothing now. He's still hurt.
Yeah.
And you need somebody gonna come in and give you at least 10 to 12 points right now.
Yeah, you need somebody to check Kawhi.
And you need somebody exactly. So the same reason why his brother went over there to the Clippers,
Yeah.
they need to get him to come and do the same thing over here. And you know what? And I think for LeBron, that helped him out.
Yeah.
Because now you can put him on Kawhi and LeBron can roam, or you can put him on a PG and LeBron can roam. And as for Boogie, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Lakers went to him and said, look, you're not playing this year. We're gonna keep you right here, let you rehab, use the facilities, because a lot of these dudes who we got on the team right now ain't gonna be here next year, and then we just gonna re-sign you. And I'm pretty sure
it
was a handshake move, because the reality is this: the Lakers are going to need Boogie down the road. They're going to need him when he comes back. If he comes back healthy, they're going to need him. They're not going to keep Dwight Howard no more. Yeah. It was like a 1-year deal. This was no money for them, so it is what it is. Yeah. And then when Dwight Howard is gone, they probably give it to JaVale McGee next year, and they can just bring Boogie right back on. So I think it was a smart move.
But I was under the understanding that Boogie's going to come back this season. It was a chance.
Yeah, that was the talk.
It was a chance.
They was coming back this season.
Yeah,
but
they were talking about it. But the toy is like it was, July?
Yeah, it's June actually.
June, July. So
yeah, so it was a chance that he was going to come back this season.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have been.
It's right for the summer league starting.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have helped them. Not at this point in time in the game. If he coming back off that kind of injury anyway, I don't think he would have did nothing for them.
Yeah,
like you said,
kick a roll that crazy.
Exactly. So I think it was a smart move. I think the guy's going to help him out, and they still need to get another point guard though.
They don't have a roster spot. They just cut Boogie. They just open up more.
They need to get rid of somebody else to bring that ball up the field.
I'm surprised though, because when they was talking about bringing in Iggy, they never signed a 15th player.
Well, they're still trying to get waiters.
Yeah, they were talking about a number of players for real.
Yeah, but I think personally, who I think they need to get is Jamal Crawford.
Jay Crossover and get it done, boy.
Yeah, they can get rid of something. Look, at this point in time, listen.
I don't know why Jay Crossover ain't
the pressure's on the Lakers to win.
Oh,
period.
It's definitely pressure.
So I think
it was pressure as soon as they signed LeBron.
Yeah. So
I mean, you just said it's pressure till they sign LeBron, but why is there so much pressure? Is it because LeBron is at his last leg? You know, the back nine?
Yeah. Nah,
I think this year, it is pressure on him, but I think this year.
You paid attention to their contracts? So, I mean, AD can opt out next season.
Yeah, he can go.
Free agent.
And he can, but LeBron's going to be back next season.
He got 2 years.
2 years.
Signed 4 years.
But they don't have any draft picks.
Nope.
They can't get younger.
In the NBA for real.
But but then you can, they're not a bad team, so of course the draft isn't, but they have some protected picks that they have to give up too. They gave it to the Thunder.
NBA draft.
No, they gave it to the Pelicans.
The Pelicans, yeah.
And so them and the Clippers both don't have draft picks, but the Clippers are significantly younger.
Yeah.
They're a lot younger.
And that's what I'm saying.
They're a
So
lot
if the
younger.
Lakers don't win this year,
Next
guaranteed.
this year or next year is gonna
Next
be
year
rough
is
on
gonna be rough on them.
They're gonna be dead.
So I'm saying, like after next year, it's gonna be like I think 81 will be ready to roll.
Yeah.
Unless he just want to be in the LA market.
How can they build around him without having a young talent?
Unless old boy come out there,
Who?
your boy Giannis.
Giannis,
That could be.
That Giannis,
AD has to realize
European players don't want to be in big markets.
Giannis say you let her go to LA now. That's
he
his
said-
word.
He made some wave when he said,
No, he
"Kill my
said,
brothers."
I wanna
Milwaukee
play my
or
brothers
LA. I
in
don't.
LA.
You know,
But he don't really
Because one of his
want
brothers played for him.
I know the G there.
So he's
But
like,
he
he
don't
just
really
want to play.
want-
But listen,
he don't
But AD has to have.
ain't
that-
no way he ever playing with his brother. His other brother don't play.
Yeah.
That's true.
His brother lives in Milwaukee, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
Milwaukee.
don't
Yeah,
play.
he
His older
be
brother,
sitting-
the
he be
oldest
sitting on the
one.
bench chilling. He be
He's
sitting
on the
on the bench
bench.
chilling.
So he knows I am the marquee talent.
Yeah.
Like if you've been around him, he's like significantly taller than the rest of them anyway.
Yeah.
And he has more talent. His
But
ceiling is way higher.
Dan Key was talking about it yesterday, like Dame Dollar. Like at some point, bro, like you can't continue to play for these teams 10, 15 years and you don't win a title.
But here's the problem with Dame Dollars. The contract he signed, he's going to be there for the next 3, 4
Right, but
5
that's what I'm
years.
saying. So like, but you can easily, when you ready to negotiate your contract, put pressure on the organization
But
and
you-
sign them shorter deals and have opt-outs.
But
But
they-
but hold on, I'm sorry, bro.
Go ahead.
But you gotta also realize that you're looking at these type of players that come out now who already have the fanfare and already have the ability to make moves and make changes. AD's one of them who was a number one pick.
Yeah.
And he came out of Chicago, but when of course everybody loves to tell the story about how he was a young little short, he grew up like 8 inches.
Yeah, 6, 8.
And he was a point guard.
Point guard, yeah.
That's great. That's the storyline, and that's fantastic. And yeah, he's an amazing player. But at the end of the day, when he came out of high school out of Chicago, he was a top 1, top 2 player. Dame Dollars with him. Weber State. That's what Weber State. Weber State. Exactly. Said it 3 times. He was Weber State. So, looking at that logic, coming out of Weber State, he's a top 10 player, but he's also looking at it as I went from a slow grind to get where I'm at.
But you're a baller now. You're a superstar.
But listen, we didn't think Steph was gonna be what Steph is right now.
True, I get it.
And we don't think Clay wasn't gonna be. We didn't think Clay was gonna be what he is right now either.
That's true.
It takes time to develop that type of talent and put that cohesiveness together. Here's another player who gonna have to wait, but he's gonna probably have to wait to get to the team where the team's gonna get better. Or he's not gonna be able to leave because the market's gonna be great for him. And that's Ice Trey. Trae Young. He's gonna have to wait till Atlanta gets good.
Yeah.
Because he's not the market's not gonna be great for him to leave Atlanta. He's not gonna be the same marquee player. He's not gonna be able to shoot the ball where he's shooting the ball. He's not gonna be able to play the weak ass defense he plays. So he's gonna have to be somewhere like Atlanta, who's also selling him as the talent that he is. Man, I look at him, I look at a lot of these players, and you said it, like why they're sitting there. They have to sit there.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, right?
Because
Like,
they
you
want
have
the
to
marquee
stay.
talent.
Right, but at some point, you're going to get to a point in your career, do I want to get $200 million, or do I need to be in a position to win a championship?
But you know what?
Or have an organization do what we need to do to put talent, superstar talent around me to win championships.
But some players.
But superstar talent has to go there.
Yeah, but some.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying, Milwaukee.
But this is the
No superstar talent is not going to want to play with Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a fact.
That's the same thing with Cleveland.
No, nobody's going to say, man, I'm going to live in Milwaukee. It's cold 9 months out of the year. I'm not going. No matter how great Giannis is. So Giannis is going to have to decide, say, you know what, do I want to commit to being in Milwaukee? And the franchise do whatever that needs to be done to create a winner around me.
But
unlike Los Angeles, you know LA, now the Clippers now, is all in. Like, we don't care. We signed 3 superstar max if we have to.
But the Clippers, the way their contracts are set up and the way their team is set up, they don't have any draft picks coming up, right? Because the Thunder has all the draft
The
picks.
draft is a gamble anyway.
No, but they even have the protected draft picks that they had got from other teams. So they don't have any opportunity to make any transitions. So they're going to be stick with that team for a very long time.
Right.
What I'm just trying to say, and I'm going to say it again and again, some markets need to have flexibility. Milwaukee's one.
Right.
New Orleans is another. We're going to jump into that next too. And I'm going to let you finalize this last topic, Donovan. there's certain markets can't have a marquee, 2 or 3 or 4 marquee players. They
Absolutely.
have 2.
They can't afford it.
1 or 2. Portland's 1.
They got 2. They got McCollum.
They got 2.
McCollum get paid like a max.
So exactly. So if they're not winning with the time, they just have to revise their roster.
But I'm saying, but if you Dame Dollar, even though you just signed a big deal, you can't get out of it really. Because I don't know what his opt out is. But at what point do you realize like, yo, like we're not winning?
It's none.
You know what I'm saying? Like do I get out of Portland? At some point, say I needed a manager to get to a team where I can possibly win a championship,
Right.
like AD did.
Right, and some players today in today's game, championship is now. I mean,
It's not even probably not important.
it's not and you can look at Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar's a superstar. He probably could have linked up with other people, but in Dame Dollar mind is like, look, I'm here in Portland. I enjoy being in Portland, and for him, that gives him comfort. They're like, look, I'm gonna do mine the hard way. And I think
we're not gonna get you no chip.
But Ray, this is the thing. In his mind, to him, this is how he's gonna do it. And some people care about like you have some people who care about chips, and then you got some people who just love the game. That you know what, they paying me good. I'm standing right here.
So what's your thought about Karl Malone?
They made it to. They just couldn't get Jordan.
One of the greatest power forwards.
Yeah, but he couldn't beat Jordan.
Nobody talks about it.
But you're saying these things like there are teams. First of all, there's been more dynasty teams than there's been individual championships.
Absolutely.
So what you're saying doesn't even equate because there's going to always be a period where teams are not going to win a championship because there's going to be 1 dominant, 2 dominant teams that can keep winning.
Dame ain't never win a
Hell,
championship.
Carl went to the Lakers and lost to the Pistons.
He was 37.
It doesn't matter. He's still there.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
But Phoenix, he
went to Houston. He went to Phoenix.
But
Pippen went to Portland.
But you
And
realize,
Houston.
but listen, when Barkley went to Phoenix, he had a shot. When Karl Malone went to the championship, he went to with Utah.
He went twice.
Right, but he didn't win. Right.
Barkley
He
didn't
tried
win
either. But I'm saying, but he had a shot better than he had in Philly.
But what are you talking about?
Dame is not going to never have
Karl
a shot.
Malone,
No, but this is the
So
thing.
you just say Karl Malone didn't have a shot to win the championship?
Yes, he did.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying when you with a team 15, 16, 17 years and you don't win a championship and you try to play this, like Dave talking about this loyalty and I don't want to link up with stars.
I got this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get to a point like, I'm trying to win a championship.
Right.
No, you in Portland. Nobody's checking for Portland.
Right, let me ask you a question. What round did Portland losing last year?
That's an anomaly. Where they at right now?
It don't matter.
Same team.
What? Ask me a
Same
question.
team.
Same team. Where did they get to last
They went to the
year?
Western Conference Finals.
That's my point. And
What word you just used?
I don't even know what that was.
I know, because I don't think they words supposed to be used.
Where is Portland right now?
yeah, that's right now, but the season ain't ended yet.
Man, they're not making the playoffs, man.
Right, and if they don't make the playoffs, but right, last year they made it to the Western Conference Finals, and they beat themselves in the Western Conference
Where
Finals.
were they the previous 3 years?
Huh?
Where were they the previous 3
In
years?
the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
First, second round knocked out.
But right, this is the thing though,
They're
right?
in the
They made
playoffs.
it to the Western Conference Finals
Right,
last year and beat themselves. If they would have won last year, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I don't know what I'm saying.
They made it to the Western Conference
Mark it
Finals
down.
last
I'm
year.
telling you, bro. Dame is not going to have a real shot at winning the
He
championship.
had a real shot last year.
Come on, 1
If
year
he
out
had
of
no- no,
1 year.
He was up.
No, he been in the league almost 6, 7
It
years.
don't matter. It don't
Dame ain't
matter.
getting no younger.
Why are we looking at Dame only?
No, I'm just speaking in general. You can put any player. You can put Giannis in there if you want to. Giannis gonna be in the same situation.
You think Giannis has a real good chance to win the championship in Milwaukee?
Hey, bro.
That's
Because I think right now Milwaukee got a better chance of beating anybody in the West.
Hey, bro.
They match up well.
Nowhere.
Huh?
That boy got the same team as they had last year.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Name a player that left him besides Brogdon.
Bro,
But
but
when I was playing left for the kid, the Argentina kid went back overseas.
Tell you, bro, that ball was a non-factor, bro.
Yes, he was. He came off the bench.
Say, bro, Giannis is the man of that team, and he
Bro.
folded last year.
Bro, listen. So play gets better next year. What are you talking about?
All I'm telling you, watch what happens in the playoffs.
We'll see.
Georgia rolling
What are
now.
you saying? George
Chris
Hill-
Middleton gonna fold like a chair.
who's gonna beat them
First
over
of
there?
all, First of all,
Who's gonna beat them over there?
George Hill hasn't played in the last 3-4 weeks.
All I'm telling you.
Who's gonna beat them over
You
You
there?
gotta
gotta
playoff.
watch the games.
Who's
You-
gonna
I don't watch every NBA game.
No, but Ray,
You got the
That's
past
impossible.
But Ray,
I'm not watching every game.
But who's gonna beat Milwaukee over there?
No, this is Morgan, the number one pick. See last year.
Who's gonna beat
What's
them
the
over there now?
difference?
What's the matter? What's the matter?
All I'm saying is,
What are you saying?
We're not talking just this year. We're talking long term. We're talking just like we talked about with basketball about, and I posed the question.
What is you saying, man?
I don't know what I'm saying.
What has you been drinking over there? like, what are you saying?
Right.
Everything you saying don't even make sense.
Now we went from way to
Like, I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, you first said Milwaukee's trash.
Now I said it was trash.
I'm like, where is this coming from? This does not make sense at all. This doesn't make sense at all. Like,
I asked you to go beat him over there.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Next topic.
Like, no last 4 or 5 minutes make no sense at all.
Next
But
topic.
guess what, though, folks? We're gonna make a snippet of that, and you're gonna hear that on Instagram this week. I'm gonna make sure that's very much put out. I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, what is he saying?
Y'all motherfuckers know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Now we motherfuckers. Now we motherfuckers. We don't understand.
I
Like,
know what I'm talking
we
about.
just talking. I'm like, what is he talking about?
Hey, instead of turning up, look
Yeah, Chris Middleton will be trash.
Middleton gonna fuck
He
over
gonna fold.
Why I tell you, bro?
I'm like, yo, he like George. I'm like, George ain't
He ain't played. He was in the suit the other night. And I'm like,
Watch what I tell you, bro.
Talking about? I'm
Chris
like,
Middleton gonna tell you.
and I'm just like,
Milwaukee's
Giannis
not
lost
gonna-
last year.
Milwaukee's not coming
Milwaukee,
out of the East, bro.
you do Milwaukee. You do realize Milwaukee at one point was the 8th seed. There was a 7th seed, and then they ended up going to the 4th seed. Then when they got a better coach, they came up to be the number 1 seed. So it's kind of listen. Jordan went through like 6-7 years
I get it.
of not winning nothing.
I get it.
Zero.
I get it.
So like, when do you allow that
They talking about me messing up words.
manifestation, yeah, exactly. Sorry. When you allow that to mature
I get it.
and move forward,
I
instead of
feel
you just acting like everything has to happen instantly.
No, I agree.
Listen, you are.
But it's an instant society.
No.
It's the pressure.
No, you're the instant society.
No.
Take personality.
No, so you don't think these boys read the news clippings?
No.
But right, they just
No,
went to the
right,
Western
you're right.
Conference
You're,
Finals.
No, listen.
you're the problem with the fan
I'm not the
base.
problem. It's the Instagram,
It's called problem.
the social
Hey,
media.
you're the
It's
problem.
the sports look.
You have a podcast now. You're the problem because you're acting like it has to be instant wins. Like some.
So you don't think Giannis need to make the NBA Finals this year?
No.
No.
If he do,
I'm not gonna say
man,
no.
come on, bro, stop.
No, I'm not gonna say no. I think he should because they have the best team.
Right, 2 years in a row.
Best team.
Okay.
But 2 years in a row, there were still teams. You talking about that? Was you on LeBron like that when he had 3 or 4 number one seeds? Was you on LeBron like
They
that?
should have been in the NBA Finals.
But you was on LeBron. I don't know if you ever talk about LeBron like this.
We wasn't on the podcast.
Oh, but we talk face to face.
He should have made NBA Finals.
Man, drink more water, dog. Drink more
I
water.
need to
Drink
get
more
my
water.
Man,
hydration.
we're gonna go to the next subject.
Drink more water. We're going to the next one. We're going to the next
Delicious food. Get your pH balance up, man.
Can you know the water name?
Yeah, I got that. I don't want to give them their pub.
Well, we need that pub. All right, let's go to the next subject matter, bro. You're killing me. You are killing me.
Essential.
You are. Thank you. Thank you
The
for saying
pH balance is great.
So, Zion's. Let's get to the next. Folks, stop listening. Get to that next subject matter. Man, the way Zion been playing,
Ball.
he had a great game last night. I think 29 points, like 4 or 5 rebounds. She had more rebounds, but the way he's been playing has been inspirational. And I'm gonna ask you guys, and Doctor, I'm gonna start with you. The way he's been playing has been inspiring. That the injury just was a stop point, right? Are you inspired by his play that you feel like he can be an all-time great?
I ain't gonna put that on him yet. I think he can. I think he can be great, but let's see when he plays a full season, like from beginning to end. Cause right now he's still fresh. Like everybody else done played first half, whatever, and he's still fresh. He's what, 15 games in, 13, something like that, between 13, 15 games in. Let me see when he get more mileage on him. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's still fresh. He's coming off the injury. He's having a good time. He's feeling good about himself. Let me see when he get about the end of the season and see where he stands then. Because if he's still putting up the same kind of numbers, then yeah, I think he can. But let's give him some time the way he finished this season out and give him another full season.
The talent is there.
Yeah, the talent's there.
I mean, I think he has an all-time great talent-wise.
Yeah.
He just got to put it together. You know, like I said, health-wise, he got to stay healthy, invest in his body, and I think that will make him be an all-time great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Because the game benefits him because it's wide open. The game benefits him well.
People ain't trying to rebound no
Nah,
more.
nah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, take advantage of it. And I think his health is the big thing that's gonna stop him from being great.
But you know what? I know people look at his health, but I'm like, the dude is just a big kid, bro. It's not, some people just big boned it. It ain't nothing they can do about it.
You know, that's what they call it in the South.
Yeah.
South be like, man,
yo, he big boned it. Like, I mean, the kid is who he is. The dude probably ain't got like 3 or 4%, 3-4% body fat. I mean, they keep saying, well, he got to get his weight down. The dude, at the end, this dude probably can't do nothing with it. Yeah. It is what it is. He's gonna be that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can invest in his body, get proper training in the offseason, and change up his food habits. But the kid is who he is. Mm-hmm. He cannot. I mean, like I said, he probably only got like 5% body fat. You know what I'm saying? So what else you want him to do? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He just got to be himself. He got to maintain who he is. You can tell that and one thing I like about Zion though, that I give him a lot of credit for, he loves the game.
Yeah, he played with joy.
He loves the game. And when you love the game, no matter how you play, you're going to come out every night and compete. Mm-hmm. You're going to give it your all because people watching you every day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's watching Zion. So I give him a lot of credit.
He's a city savior, bro. I mean, whether you want to, Gentry come out and say Drew Holiday's team, but dog, it's Zion.
Everybody knows Zion.
Dog, Zion makes the needle move in New Orleans. He makes that team move with his energy. This is high energy play. I mean, it's on Zion, bro. And I think like I said, he has all-time talent to be great. Yeah. He just got to continue to just do the things and improve his game each and every year, and not just be able to say, you know what, I'm gonna shoot 3 ball. Yeah. I'm gonna develop my mid-range, but I'm gonna be able to put it on the floor and be able to explode to the rim. Because like I said, if he don't continue to get his weight and keep it down, yeah, he'll be like Sean Kemp, bro.
And I think the biggest thing that with Zion is this: he's a likable person.
Oh, absolutely. They love it. Instead of
he's a likable person.
Like, bro, they love that boy.
And if you're likable, especially like he didn't when he went to everybody was like, well, I don't know, he want to go to the Pelicans, blah 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 blah. He took the spot like, if that's who's gonna draft me, that's where I'm going. Yeah. And for him to show the maturity and say, yeah, people say I shouldn't go there, I shouldn't go here. And for him to go there and perform the way he's performing now, and you can see even with the younger generation, they see him on TV like, yo, that, like, you know what I'm saying? He's a likable person, and that's benefit him so much for being likable. And I think he could be one of the best if he can just maintain, like you say, get his dribbling better, get his handle better, get a better jump shot, near range, and all that. If he can do all that.
Like what people think, like, well, when they draft, like, man, should he go to New Orleans? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, New Orleans ride for you, though. The excitement that people had for the Pels when that boy was drafted, bro, was ridiculous, bro. Even when AD was drafted #1, like, he didn't have that same excitement because I don't think AD really took to the city like that. Like, he wasn't that engaging person to be like, man, I love New Orleans, be out with the youth, you know, just doing different things. Now, he might have done all that, but he just wasn't engaging like Zion.
But they're 2 different personalities, though.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And that makes a difference. Your personality.
Zion is a fun-loving kid, bro. You can see it on the court. He's smiling, bro. He aggressive. He's just playing with enthusiasm and energy. And like I said, man, I hope he has a great career. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wish much success for the kid. And like I said, at the end of the day, bro, your knees got to depend on your weight. If he can continue to invest in his body, bro, and continue to, you know, do the things he needs to do and stay focused, he definitely could be an all-time great.
I mean, likability in today's game, especially for the younger kids, they gonna pay to see.
I bet you in the money he had like one of the #1 selling jerseys.
Oh, without question.
He gonna be in that top 5, bro. He definitely gonna be in that top 5, no doubt about it. We got DJ JD looking like DJ one and 2s.
Got a younger
version. You like a DJ right now.
Younger version of Clue.
Bro, I'm just trying to balance our sound. Can you just stick to the point? Yeah, man, let's stick to the topic. You gotta talk about the 1s and 2s. I guess you have anything else to say. Yeah, I think he's gonna be an all-time great. I agree with everything you guys say. Let's go to the next topic. Actually last night, man, after the game against Philly, Joel felt like he had a very good game, and he was on an all-time high.
He was feeling himself. That's what
he said. He called himself the best player in the NBA. I will probably disagree with that. I think Giannis is the best player in the NBA, but Ray, man, I want to get your thoughts on that. Do you feel like Embiid's the best player in the NBA?
No, hell no. Because he don't do it every night. You can't be the best player in the NBA and not bring it every night. I don't care what Ben Simmons does. I don't care nothing. If you the best in the NBA, you demand the ball. You go out there and put the numbers up and stop sticking to the three-point line and make it happen, bro. You can't go out and have a great game one night and now you talking about you're the best in the NBA, bro. Stop it, bro. Like, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the talent to be the best in the NBA, but dog, you don't bring it every night.
Man,
You be moping, complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, play ball, dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's numerous bigs and point guards that have done well. When Shaq had his twos with Hardaway and we had Kobe, he dominated the ball.
You doing what Embiid wants you to do right now?
What, talk about it?
Yes.
Man, fuck, it was a question. Fuck,
I'm just messing with you.
But nah, go ahead, D-Spring.
Yeah, you know, Embiid, you know, Embiid is a guy that want to be in the media all the time. You can tell he's a media guy. Cause this was done for him to say. Everybody knows he's not the best player, but he likes attention. That he's one of these guys who love attention, who love to be in the media, you know, and he loves people to talk about him and make himself feel good, and that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he knows he's not the best player. A lot of people say they're the best player in the NBA, and they know they aren't the best player, and he's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so at the end of the day, you know, he felt like he had to say something. He had a good game. Everybody's talking about how bad he was playing, and you know how him and Ben Simmons doesn't fit, and all this kind of stuff. So you got to put yourself in a better light of yourself. So of course I'm gonna say, yo, I had a good game. I'm gonna tell the people, look, I'm the best player in the NBA. So guess what? He's the best player in his mind, but everybody else's mind is not. On to you, JD.
You know what though? He actually has a legitimate claim, because not only because of that, but I mean, how many? Can you name a big man that's better than him?
Donnie.
Who?
Donnie, whatever the dude out in Dallas.
Big man.
He's a big man.
Dallas plays point guard.
Well, he play everything, actually.
Luka plays point guard.
He plays everything.
He's not.
Jokic.
Right now.
Jokic out in Denver. Jokic,
no,
whatever that.
Jokic's not better than him. Nah, Embiid is a top 5 player, easily, off his talent alone. The problem is, can it be consistent? Can it match well? Match with Ben Simmons' output and his talent? That's been his issue. But outside of that, man, he's a top 5 talent, easy. And to be honest with you, I don't see any issues with him thinking that he is the best player in the NBA. That's how you should feel. If you feel like you're the best player in the NBA, say it. And I feel like he can say that. He actually has somewhat of a claim to feel like he's the best player in the NBA. If he feels like he can do it in the playoffs, which he did have a great playoff series somewhat last year, not the one against Toronto, but the one before that, against the Nets, he dominated. And he showed a little bit of domination in the actual All-Star game, right? When he gave LeBron that little dream shake and shook him like that. I mean, the kid has the talent, all the world. If he feels like he's the best player, I think he should say it. And I'm not mad at it. I don't think he is, but
No, I ain't mad at him for saying
I
it.
feel like, yo, if you feel like that, man, attack the game like that. That's what he needs to keep doing. You know what I mean? Let's go to the next topic. Kyrie just had a season-ending injury again, right? How do we feel about this? I mean, should the Nets move on? I mean, he's been a headache already. He's made the stupidest comments. Now he's the NBA PA vice president. So there's going to be other issues falling in line on that. I mean, the kid is super smart, but he's injury prone. Now it's another issue. Don, how you feel about it, bro? Is it time to move on? I mean, I know you waiting on. I know the Nets will wait on him and
You at least gotta give it a shot.
But hold on, let me rephrase this, because moving on may not be in the best work because KD comes next season. But if they don't mesh next season with KD, do you move on from Kyrie after trading deadline?
Nah, I'm gonna give them a full year together.
4 years.
I'm gonna give them a full year together. Because you went all in to get all both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta at least give it a full year to see what they're gonna bring to the table. because you might get a situation where they get you to the conference finals or the conference finals, and they make it to the championship game next year. So you got to see what your money paying for right now. Because if you just move on from him, now KD gonna be looking like, yo, who y'all gonna bring over here? And you know how sensitive he is. So I mean, you got two sensitive dudes on the same team, and they besties. So if Kyrie, you move on from Kyrie, he'll be knocking on the door. Hey, y'all can have this contract.
They call each other like Keon and Ray do.
I don't call nobody on the phone.
So Keon and Ray call each other and say, "Hey man, what you wearing today?"
So I just
think my purple shirt.
I just think you get a year. You got to give it a whole year, see how it works, and then after that, then you come to a consensus of what you want to do after that.
Yeah, I think you give it a shot, but I think what the Nets are gonna have to do, bro, put him on the Kawhi plan. Like you gotta give this dude some rest during the season, bro. It has been documented and proven.
Didn't they just do it this season?
Nah, I think he got hurt with the shoulder. He missed the 26 games, but I don't think they.
He didn't start the season with them.
Nah, he didn't.
I think he was coming off the injury with Boston.
Yeah, but he didn't start the season.
Yeah, but he didn't start the season with them.
So
he sat in the first month maybe.
So going forward.
Oh, he sat out the first 2 weeks and he played for like 2 or 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Then he got injured again. He sat out again.
Yeah, so they gotta put him on some type of load management for real, bro. Like, dude just cannot play a full 82.
Here's the problem though: the bulk of their contract is him and KD.
Yeah, absolutely. They
can't improve their cap,
and they can't improve their roster unless somebody just taking the veteran minimum. Mm-hmm. They got some young players, Dinwiddie. They got LeVert locked up. They got Allen. They got some talent around there. But I think it's going to have to be KD being the lead and Kyrie is going to have to play 60, 70 games and take those couple games off.
So you're gonna put all that emphasis on a player who just came off a torn Achilles in his 30s.
I mean, you paying him like
for a player who's younger than him.
I mean, yeah.
And is probably not gonna make it through the season. I mean, that's a lot to ask for a 31-year-old player coming off an Achilles tear to carry a team with a player that is probably who's like 3 or 4 years younger than him.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I don't think the Nets thought this through. I mean, of course they couldn't.
I don't like the combination. Really.
Yeah, I don't think they could anticipate that both players.
I don't like the combination even if they help.
Now you're gonna have one player who's coming off another season injury, a season-ending injury, and you have another one coming off his too. Yeah. Now you got meshed them back together.
Yeah.
With a team who core is decent, but not great.
Right.
And I mean, man, come on, Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, who's gonna be the glue to like mesh that team together?
I don't know.
I mean, they're very young. They're very young and both of them sensitive.
Well, they're not very young. KD's.
I'm saying like
outside of KD,
core, like Allen is pretty. I mean, he ain't old. The white boy, the shooter.
Yeah.
LeVert's pretty young.
And the dude, the Arab from Texas,
Dinwiddie's pretty young.
He's pretty young too.
Allen is pretty young.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
who they don't have
no veteran on that team that's gonna make
I mean, hell, they got Michael Jordan locked up about 4 years. He robbing them.
So I'm just like I'm watching that team like, and if I'm the Knicks, I'm looking at them saying,
you laughing.
You were jealous at first, but you can't be jealous right now.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be looking at that team like, man, like listen, your top 2 players are hurt. You don't know what they're gonna look like next season.
You don't, bro.
Your bench, your core, you don't know how that's gonna work out. Like, you don't know, and how everything's up in the air. It's an influx. I mean, Brooklyn. I mean, they look like they're gonna be a top 3, 4 team.
Right.
But I mean, and you got to realize the East is getting stronger.
Miami
playing well.
Miami getting better.
But still there.
Indy gonna be straight.
You got Toronto. You still got a lot of core teams. You got the Milwaukee teams. You got Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, at the most, Indiana still plays great.
Philly.
I just said Philly. So now you can be a top 6 seed. Like, I mean, 6 seed.
With the talent they get, I think they could be a top 6 seed. I mean, it could be a top 6. But
seed,
that's tough though.
It's only 8 teams,
so
it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
you
right.
got a first round against a 3 seed that you still can get put out early.
And you gotta hope that, like you said, with KD coming off that injury, you gonna put the low man.
Right.
Who gonna be the leader?
And guess
Who's
what?
gonna lead him?
And not only that, KD would just complain about the fact that when he went to Golden State, he was playing with great ball players. When he was with OKC, he was playing with great athletes. He was with good athletes.
So now what you got?
Guess where you at? You on the same type of roster that you was at OKC.
Yeah.
When they let James Harden go
Yeah.
to Houston, they traded him. Now you're on the same type of
You're the same
roster.
situation. You're the same
Same
situation.
situation. What are you gonna do, man? That's I
It's
just don't
tough
like.
on them, man. I don't like the construct with both of them.
I don't like the way you're looking, man. I don't like the way.
Because like Kyrie
Let me all
dominates the ball, KD dominates the ball.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna be that guy to facilitate?
I think we're all on the same page, man. I don't
No
like.
doubt.
I don't like
He's
that
Barry
team.
Farms Entertainment down there.
I mean, it's gonna be entertaining, but I don't see him with no chip with that.
Yeah, let's dive to the IG question today,
Let's do it.
or discussion today.
I like it.
And I want to ask this kind of a little twist here. Ask the two guys, both of you guys are parents, and both of you guys have young children who play sports, competitive sports, and sports in general. Now I wanted Keon there because I think Keon would be there to get those answers.
Yeah.
But just and both of y'all can just both dive into this. I mean, we ain't gotta start with anybody. Both of you can dive into this. What do you guys feel like right now the role of a sports parent?
To give your child the best opportunity to succeed in sports, like you can give them the track, but they have to have the work ethic and the hunger to make it happen, right? Like we can't put them on pressure, especially when they're that young. Like my daughter playing tennis, I can't put the pressure on her to be like, yo, you better be like Venus, Serena, Coco, like right now. Let them mature and be the player that they be. Like, but we get as parents think they're going to the NBA, NFL right now, and that's how you see a lot of these parents be wilding out at these games because we put so much pressure on these kids to be great instead of just letting them be kids. And if they be great, great. If they don't, they don't. But at the end of the day, we have to be the parent to just guide them in the right direction and give them the platform to run on.
I think parents,
Be tripping.
well, parents are the problem, and parents don't realize that kids already have to deal with a daily situations at school, daily situations with their friends, and then have to come home and deal with the parent, you know, as far as sports activities and things like that. I think what parents really need to understand, okay, you had your life, you went through, you played sports, you didn't make it, okay, it's cool. Because what a lot of parents are forgetting is,
And think about the pressure.
and the pressure, and a lot of parents, what they're forgetting is, you know, what you want your kid to be. Do you want the kid to have rocks for brains and a good athlete, or have something in his head and do both? And a lot of times, I think parents forget that they can't, that their kid they are stressed out. And when you have kids that are stressed out, they don't perform in school because they so have to please their parents when it comes to the sports aspect. And I think a lot of these kids are under so much stress. You give a lot of these kids stress tests, they join it out the roof because they're trying to please their parents from a sports aspect instead of from an academics aspect. And I think once the parent just let the kid be a kid, if you don't make it to the NFL, so what? But he has something in his brain. And without having anything in your brain, you can't make it in this world. You got to have something in your brain. So I think parents should really just like let the kids be kids, let them play. If they don't make it, so what? But they got a degree and they can make something out themselves.
Absolutely, bro. Like I think the parents act like they the superstar athlete, bro. Like, yo, these parents be bugging, bro. I went to I think an AAU game, they were fighting. Like I saw the Sierra Canyon game, the playoff joint on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yo, they niggas scrapping in the stands. I'm
$10.
like, yo. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. As a role, bro, as a sports parent, bro, just let these kids be kids, bro. The talent's gonna take care of themselves. You want to give them all the trainers. You want to give them everything they need to succeed. And if they don't, it is what it is. It's okay. But you know, you put so much pressure on these kids to be superstars. Oh, you hurt? Nah, you gotta stretch it out. You still gotta play. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you hard on Miles too. You know.
But you know what? I'm hard on Miles to a certain extent. Like I know, like with Miles, I know when he's playing hard and when he's not playing hard. Like I tell him every time we get on the court, I'm like, look, bro, what you need to do, go out there and play hard. Yeah. You might not score points today, but as long as you rebound, play good defense, and get on the floor, I don't care. Mm-hmm. But you got to make sure that you do right by your team and your teammates. Mm-hmm. Like at the end of the day, if Miles able to go to the NFL or NBA or whatever he want to do, That's cool. But at the end of the day, I want Miles to be an upstanding citizen, to have something in his brain the way he can take care of himself if mommy and daddy ain't here.
Right.
That he have academics, you know, he can go out and get a job, he can go and be sociable, he can go and look in a job interview and interview well with a nice suit jacket on and understand that, look, this is my livelihood and I gotta fight for it. And I think what a lot of these, like you said earlier, a lot of these parents, they look at, well, if my kid don't make it to the NFL, or they don't do this, you don't put all this pressure. Man, these kids, a lot of kids, that's why they quit playing.
Yeah.
They quit playing because their parents put so much pressure on them, they can't get no sleep at night, and they messing up in school because they think about, I gotta make this play on the football field tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think if the parents would back off a little bit and let these kids be kids, they're kids. And I think that's where a lot of parents forget, these are kids. They're not grown-ups. And I think once that happens, I think a lot of these kids will perform better in the classroom as well as on the field.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with both of you guys' sentiments. I think both of you guys' statements well said. I don't have kids, but I mean, I have nieces and nephews and little cousins, and I would just say that, you know, I think the emphasis always has to be on trying to be the best product of yourself, right? The best. Always come with your best. Put your best effort so that you can always show your best abilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can perform at prime time situations. Outside of that, man, listen. I mean, I think one movie that I always remember was Will Smith when he was talking about On Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh yeah.
When he went to his son and said, "Listen, I was that great in sports. So probably the probability that you're probably not gonna be because he was just trying to give reality to his son. Like, it's very genetic driven, right? Like sometimes I feel like there's probably like maybe 1,000 men that got all these women pregnant. That the reason why you had these guys in the NBA that's like 6'5", 6'6". And I'm like, all y'all 6'5", 6'6" and black. Like I don't get it. Like I have no idea. I'm just like, why? How does that happen? Because how do all y'all be like 6'5", 6'6", 6'8", 6'9"? Like it's not that many tall people in America. So the fact that you have all these, especially black people, only has 12% of the population,
Right.
which means that 12% of what 350 million is not a lot.
It's
It's not a lot. So out of that, then you also got a percentage of how much is actually locked up in conservation, right?
Yeah.
So you put that into play. Like who's on the street is over like 6'6", 6'7", or 6'8", 6'9".
Right.
Like how many of y'all out there? So bro, some of y'all may want to get DNA check. Y'all may be brothers, but just simple fact that you just don't know that the ability that your parents have. So if you just prepare yourself, and I mean I say that in all phases. I say that I always recommend that in sports, in life, in general. Prepare yourself very well so that you can always be ready for a situation. That comes in all aspects of life. So I agree with everything you guys said. The parents really just need to focus on preparing their kids for when they're no longer on this earth. And that should always be a sentiment. I mean, but I really want to put this question out there because I thought it was a great question.
Yeah, it's definitely
That was a good question.
Right? Yeah, we need to add that every week.
Yep, we'll throw that in there now. Let's get to our last two topics of the day. Next topic, and this goes out for my boy Sam Millich because he went on IG and did this whole 20-minute like response to all of the media and everybody else, like how he felt like the Houston Astros should respond to the fact that that everybody wants to be stripped for the 2017 World Series. And I want to put this out to our panel here, to our team. How do you guys feel about the MLB? Should they reconsider stripping the Houston Astros World Series 2017 World Series championship, or should they just be like, you know what, this is enough? Or should they even go farther and penalize them even farther? I'm gonna start with you, Ray.
I mean, ain't nothing they can do. I think Manfred.
Is it a CBA issue?
Nah, I don't think it's a CBA.
Rules issue?
I think he's in a tough situation because cheating is cheating, right? Steroids is a steroid error.
But But you just violated the integrity of the game.
Same way with steroids.
Nah.
But steroids was
Right, it's an
That's
integrity.
not his. That's not Roger Memphis.
Well, I'm just saying, even in general, like I'm just speaking like, nah, he can't go back and do it. But it's the same way like Barry Bonds. Do you take his home run record away?
No, but they didn't have a steroid issue then.
But I'm saying, but it still was banned.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the CBA then. They didn't.
It ain't about CBA.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't steroid.
You knew what he took the clear thing or whatever, Bonds.
But it wasn't no issue then.
Right, but I'm saying, but you know he took something.
It was a CBA.
But you know he took something. Same with Palmeiro, McGuire. They knew they took something.
They couldn't force the test them.
Right, but you know they took something. Right, so they cheated.
They're assuming.
They're assuming they cheated the game. Right? For Manfred, I think he probably should have used more choice words better. His choices words better. He's like, oh, it's just a trophy. Just, but it's hard to strip them of their championship because they won it. Even though they use technology to cheat, cheating in sports has always gone on. Like, they always say, like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And yes, they took it way too far. They had an elaborate system, but I think he fined them enough. It's time to move on. They're not going to take the championships. And it is what it is. I mean, you can't do nothing about it. Really and true. What you going to do? Take their rings? It's still going to be the champion. What are you going to do?
You void the championship.
Come on, man. Then what? Then void it. Then do what? Give it to the Dodgers?
Nah, you just void it. It just be a voided year, and this is why. Okay, like you just said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Okay, so where does it end?
It's never gonna end.
No, because you gotta make an example. You have to make an example out of somebody every time.
But it's never gonna end.
But it might not end. But this is the thing: when you get caught, you got caught, and at the end of the day, you did it to multiple teams. Cause you think about it.
They've been doing it for 3 years.
And that's the thing. You void that championship. You void it. You don't have to give it to the Dodgers. You can void it. Cause and the way they was doing it, if you know what's coming. Prime example. The Yankees was up that series. We lost 2 games to them jokers when they were cheating 3-2.
I knew he was going to go with the Yankees.
No, but I'm saying
you have a good point.
Good point. The little boy hit a home run and won the game.
That won the game. How did he not know? He knew.
Exactly.
He knew the pitch.
He knew the pitch was coming. So and think about it. When they left, when we lost to them, we lost to them 2-1 and 3-2 and with the Houston. We went to New York. Houston couldn't even hit the ball. They couldn't hit the ball at all. We beat them 3 straight games, and then we lost 2-1, I think, 3-2 again in the last game 7. That's why they said they even said it. The Nationals already knew what they were doing. They knew this whole series because people had already told them what was going on. I'm just saying this, and it just goes like with the Patriots. If you gotta make an example out of somebody, yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But where does it stop?
See, bro.
Where does it stop? Because if you don't make an example, and if you don't come down on hard, it's just like y'all situation with Ray. With New Orleans, right? They didn't find no money trail,
right.
But they suspended the coach for the whole year, and what the GM got suspended 6 months.
He just said an example.
You got to put something in place to say, look, yeah, you might have fined them, but guess what? Everybody's still playing.
See, bro.
They still got a championship. They still got a ring. You got to do something.
Look, I played baseball in high school, and then, of course, it can't compare to the major leagues. You can know what's coming. That don't mean you're going to still hit it.
But that's not the. I think you don't understand.
I understand it.
I don't think you understand.
Hey, bro, you know a curveball coming. That shit is nasty. That's nasty 3 to 6 curve.
Nah,
it don't mean you're going to hit the bitch out of the ball.
I don't think you understand the severity of their cheating. I mean, there's a difference between knowing something because you just understand the probability of the fact he may throw that pitch versus recording, seeing the signal, knowing what's coming, making an actual sign, and slapping whatever, making a noise, knowing that pitch is going to come, because that's a problem with baseball I always had is the delay between the previous pitch. So you have like a 15, 20, 30 second delay, like a second look.
And you can move in the battle box.
And you move around the battle, and then you do that, you stop. So and I don't remember that play against. I remember the play what happened, but at the end result. But I don't understand the series of pitches that had to happen before he ended up knocking it out the park. But I'm pretty sure how we don't know that he didn't make a delay because he was just like he stopped. He probably stepped at the batter's box for a second, allowed an opportunity to see what was going to happen, make the sound, know the pitch is going. Because you also got to realize you're talking high school. You said high school wise. But these are professional players.
I said you can't compare.
Hold on. The margin of error is only so slim.
That bitch be
and he
fast,
didn't know
bro.
that shit's coming. He probably sat like, okay, I know it's coming. He knew what was happening. He knew the pitch because what's he also doing? But we don't.
But he's a good
hold on.
though.
In high school, what you don't do? You ain't watching tape.
Oh, absolutely.
He's watching
back
film.
in 1993.
He's watching film. He's watching film of what's going on.
Yeah.
He's probably sitting there thinking like, yep. When that pitch came, he probably watched film, knows, and he's been tipped off, so he knows that pitch coming. He knows where to place his hands.
But he still got to
set himself up.
Yeah, but
you've
been hitting it all
it's
year.
like it's like
No.
Stanton said. Stanton said, if I know the pitch is coming, I can hit 80. I probably can hit 80 home runs. He hit 50 something, 51, 56, 57, and not though. Yeah. So he probably looking like I hit 80 if I know the pitch is coming. Come on, man.
But even if you take it away, you still gonna call yourself a World Series champion.
But that's them.
That's them.
But as far as the record books,
it's boring.
I feel like they should have avoided it, man.
And
I think he hurt him. I think Medford hurt himself because not only was the verbiage that
he took a soft stance.
Yeah, the soft stance that he used. I think he needs to take a retraction.
He like it's just a piece of metal.
But you know what? and you said about this, that's your trophy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. As much as people like baseball, they put this is a real black eye for baseball.
Yeah, it's making it look worse.
And he's making it worse. They keep talking about.
You're already not the top 4 sport in the United States.
They make the most money though.
No, the players do.
Well, yeah,
but baseball.
But baseball has to be making the money to pay the players.
Yeah, but no, not necessarily because
they got to. But players gonna make the money.
They have old money, so they have the longevity. The longevity of the game has allowed them to make a lot of money. Yeah. But at the end of the day, no, they're not. They're not the conglomerates that these other organizations are. They're not the NBA.
They're not the most popular because they play too many games.
No, they're not making the money that the NFL teams making. They're not making the money that the NBA teams make. They're not. If you go and sell a baseball organization, it's because of longevity. The reason why they can get billions of dollars. But you think about the other sports have not been in existence long and probably worth more. Mm-hmm. So I mean that should tell you a lot. Baseball since like I don't know when. And these other teams have not been in there that long. They can make more money, man. He's not doing himself any favors. I think
he's coming off soft for real.
And the more he do this, I'm telling you,
I think
a lot of these players looking like, man, look.
I think he's not gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be the next.
So what do you think Manfred should do to protect? Should he protect Houston? Because the pitch is gonna be thrown at him.
But this thing, they're not gonna be able to. I don't think they're going to throw.
They already specified
they
said they're going to protect them because they said they're going to be suspended longer if you hit them than anybody else. Yeah. But guess what? Take that hit. Knock his ass out.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm saying. I was just watching Queen and Slim earlier. I didn't get to watch the entire movie.
It's a good movie?
But it's pretty. I didn't
haven't watched it yet.
I didn't watch the entire movie. But the beginning part, I was like, yeah, put them bullets in his ass. But we can talk about that another day. But the logic of it was, it's just like, yo, those type of issues when you have, I mean, you just got to make it work. It's I don't know, man. It's one of those things that, you know what? I don't think Manfred's gonna be there in 2 years anyway. Because I feel like he's not making love.
He's not a real good like commissioner.
Yeah, he's like one of those that
he's worried way too much about the playoff.
Yeah.
The playoff format. Man, stop worrying about that, man. Strip the damn team. Yeah. Let's move to the next topic.
Let's end it right, baby.
Before somebody sue us for what I got to say.
Jam, what this is? Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy for Tuscaloosa. Deontay Wilder. I'm looking forward to this fight. I love a good fight night. Yeah. I love a good fight weekend when I know it's gonna be good. I've been inside all day. Wilder, Deontay, please don't let me cancel Black History Month. Please don't let me cancel Black History Month. You know what I mean? I don't want you to let me count. Don't let me cancel Black History Month, bro. Please, bro.
Oh,
please,
man.
Yo, you from the crib?
Hey, look.
I love you, bro. You my dog, bro.
Selma and Tuscaloosa and all that. Alabama won't be the same after tonight. They won't be the same.
The whole time. They don't Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Montgomery, Huntsville, Mobile, everybody in the state of Alabama, the entire. First of all, I hate they booed them, but you know everybody from the state of Alabama, you gotta be cheering for this dude right here. So, and if you're black, you better be watching like Muhammad Ali was, Joe Louis, because man, you can't lose this game, bro. I mean, you can't lose this fight right here. I'm excited though. I love a good boxing match. I'm gonna start with you, Donovan. Who you got tonight, and who you think, and how they gonna win?
I'm going with Wilder tonight. I think Wilder learned some lessons of fighting Fury the first
How
time.
you pick your last boxing match? Did you pick a winner?
Huh? Nah.
The last boxing match you watched. Did you pick a winner?
Mm-mm.
They lost.
Who?
He said he lost.
The guy last boxing match you picked.
Who?
You picked.
What's the last boxing match?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Nah.
The last boxing match that you picked, did they win?
No, it was a draw.
No, he asked it in general, boy.
That's what I'm talking about. It was a draw.
No, the
No,
last
man.
boxing match you picked.
Focus, man, focus.
The last
He
one
ain't
you
been drinking.
The last one I picked was Wilder and Fury.
Oh, that was the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I say that, man.
I just, bruh.
But I don't
It
think
was
you
a
were-
draw.
I don't
picked
think
Wilder.
you watched
I picked
other
Wilder.
boxing
Nah,
matches.
I don't be watching that. I only watch the big joints, man.
Because I want to make sure if you pick the loser, I don't need to hear your comments no more, Father.
Nah.
But go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You think Wilder's gonna get it?
I think Wilder will win this one. I think he learned his lesson when the first time they fought that, you know, Fury's the more a point guy. He's not a knockout artist. And I think if Wilder can get the jab in Fury's face and back him up, then he can set him up for that big bomb squad that everybody want to hear down in Alabama. So I'm going with Wilder.
It's been a tough year in Bama, baby. We need it. There's been a flood going on. We need it, baby.
I got Wilder with the knockout in 7. I think Wilder.
That's a little aggressive, bro.
I mean, I think
I roll with it.
Because Fury said he's going to bring the fight to Wilder, and I think that's what's going to make Wilder get that connect. Because the first fight, Fury was, bobbing. He's real elusive for being so big as he is.
6'9".
You know what I'm saying? Like a big guy to be very elusive.
260.
And he was.
But I think because he's coming to ring 270. That
So
makes
real
it
heavy.
like he feels like he's not gonna be able to move the same.
He might not be, and I think he was real elusive for Wilder. But I think if he brings the fight to Wilder, like trying to be aggressive, that only benefits Wilder and be able to catch him like he caught him in the 12th.
But I think if Wilder, when we say him being elusive, I think it's so much.
Oh, he's slippery though.
No,
like,
but
I
I think that comes from Wilder not really paying attention to the keys at the moment and him using his jab. I think because Wilder has gotten better as a boxer, because you can be elusive when you trying to be a one hit Willie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just looking for one punch. So of course a guy can move around you all day. But if you get better as a boxer, as Wilder did, I think this time Wilder can show that, okay, I can cut the ring off and I can punch you, jab you, then set you up for that big bomb squad. So I really do think Tyson Fury, if he try to come in there and brawl with Wilder, I think he gonna mess around and get his feelings hurt early. You can't, because don't get me wrong, his chin is good. He got. But for him to get up, he got up twice, and Wilder knocked his soul out twice, but he got up twice. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get hit by one of the punches and get up twice, that means Wilder got. So now that tells Wilder, okay, now I got to prepare myself to be in more of a boxer mode, and then when I do get him, I'm gonna put him away. Because I think he can. Because Fury, he gonna do all his little dumb stuff that he do. But
and let's be real, Fury's a very good fighter.
He is
a very good fighter.
Yeah, he is. He's not a bad. He knows what he has to do to get in the box. Yeah, absolutely. But I think if Wilder get him with that jab, and back Fury off, eventually Fury is going to make that mistake of trying to rush in, and then he can hit him. But Wilder got to be focused.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's got to be focused.
I think it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good fight. All right, fellas. Episode 44. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
We're done. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Man, let's get this fight on.
Ray?
First off,
I cut them right off, Ray.
So shout out to my daughter Taylor. Today is her 5th birthday.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Shout out to her. We moving on to big and better things. So I dedicate this podcast to my baby girl.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Excited about that. She had a great birthday party.
That's really lit.
Absolutely. So, Ray, man, take us out of here.
Spray you bowl of 50.
No.
Ray probably a 0.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, happy Mardi Gras. Ray, let's get some. Can you give us some Mardi Gras words? Not really. That's about the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Out of here, man.